Good evening. Hello. Good evening. Good day. Good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I'm not for sure where you're watching at what time. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm just going to give it a couple of moments just for some people to come in the room. I know that it is 10 after 10 at night, and this is a time that I am going to be going on live. And so if you do not get to catch this evening live stream, you can definitely catch the replay. So I'm super excited that you have joined me on either of the platforms because I will be sharing this out. So thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Tanisha Portier, and I'm so super duper excited to be here today to talk to you about three things that are stopping you from leveraging your natural gifts and talents. And I have to say that this is something that is very, very near and dear to my heart. I'm talking about this because also I have a book coming out and it's specifically directed towards finding, leveraging, maximizing your natural gifts and talents so that you can start a business, earn income right from your home and do exactly what you love and leverage what you love. And so before I go into more of that, I need to talk to you about what's stopping you from maximizing and leveraging your natural gifts and talents. So if you are joining right now live or if you are catching the replay, I want you to throw a one in the chat. I want you to throw a one in the chat. I want you to know, I want to know where you're listening from. I want to know who you are. And I want to know if you have already pinpointed your natural gifts and talents. Even before we go on to this, put a one in the chat and let me know if you have pinpointed your natural gifts and talents by just saying yes or no. All right, let's start with number one. But before that, again, I have something very, very, very important to share with you at the end. So stick around to this. This is not going to be a very long live stream, but stick around to the end of the live stream. And I have some important information to share with you all. And I'm super excited about it. So let's get into this. Number one, what is the first thing, and this is in no particular order, but what is one of the things that is stopping us from tapping in and leveraging our natural gifts and talents? Now I took some notes here because I think it's so important that this is discussed. And one of the main reasons is that we are just holding ourselves back. Yes, I said it. We are holding ourselves back. And so you're saying, like, what do you mean I'm holding myself back? Well, this is exactly what I mean. When we have natural gifts and talents and abilities and skills and things that we know how to do really, really well, we may sometimes feel that for us to leverage those talents, for us to maximize those gifts, it might be we might feel like it's a shortcoming. However, we hold ourselves back because we feel like if we're doing them for someone else, if we're doing them for an employer, or if we're volunteering for something, or if we are using our gifts in a way that is managed and operated by someone else and somebody else pays us to do something, meaning that we are clocking into a job, or we are following the mandates, and that's totally cool because I'm all for jobs, I'm all for employment, I'm all for all of that. But the thing is that sometimes we hold ourselves back because we only feel like it's good in those types of arenas. It's only good when we are leveraging what we're doing, when someone is monitoring our gifts, when someone is giving us a paycheck, a steady paycheck for them. In that arena, it's good. But for us to go out and try to do something, on our own, it's kind of like, oh, I don't know, because, you know, it feels like I really don't know if I have the belief in myself. And sometimes we may have a limiting beliefs. We may hold ourselves back just because we don't feel like we have it we have it all together so that we can go out and do the things that we love on our own. And so we hold ourselves back in a way that if no one else is giving us that atta girl, that atta boy, then we're like, okay, no, I'm just stick with what I'm doing right now. I'm just gonna stick with my plan. I'm just gonna, follow, what I need to do, get this check, get this paper, and do kind of what I love. I have a job. Is putting food on the table. Is getting me the things that I need. And yes, that is so important. That is being responsible. That is being. Those are the things that we need to do. But I really don't feel like I like it as much. I really don't feel like, I've kind of like outgrown it, or I haven't really used my skills and my abilities to its maximum potential. And so, so you're like, and for me to be able to move more into that direction of trusting myself and taking a risk on myself and betting on myself, I'm not for sure if I'm in that confidence level where I can do it on my own. So I'm just gonna stick in this area. And the thing is that I'm not telling you to shift out of what you're doing. I'm not telling you to quit your job. I'm not telling you to stop what you're doing. I am just reminding you of what you have. And we stop ourselves from giving ourselves permission to tap into our natural gifts and talents and to give it a try and to do it on our own. And so this could look like maybe after hours, maybe on the weekends where you're taking some time and you may be feeling like, okay, there's something specific that you're really, really interested in that you said that you wanted to do for so long, and you can just take some time to get some more information about what it is that you really, really love, what comes natural to you, what comes easy to you. You can get some more information about it and research it and start to work in that area. It only takes small steps. You can do something that's very, very, very minimum. And it could be, like I said, something that doesn't take much of your time. You can do on the weekends, but when you're doing it, it doesn't feel like you're working a lot, because it's something that you're passionate about and you love, and that's something that comes easy. So when we are holding ourselves back, we are missing out on the goodness that's already inside of us. And so now, if we take that step away and we say, look, I'm not going to hold myself back anymore. I'm not going to have this limiting beliefs that, that it has to be it has to look a certain way. I have to be able to make sure that I am under some type of a guidelines to be able to use these gifts and to utilize them. But I'm going to bet on my own. I'm going to put myself out there, and I'm going to see what people are actually saying, or what people are actually thinking. And I might not get all the responses right off, but if I keep working at it, if I keep chugging along, if I keep refining the things that I like, eventually what is worked on in the dark will come to the light, and people will be able to like to love it, to respect it, and to even help you in a way that can bring income and earnings into your pocket. And it doesn't have to be you don't have to rent out an office space. You don't have to go here and do this. You can do this right from your home, right from the comfort of your chair. So just know that we don't have to hold ourselves back. So that was number one. Things that we're doing is we're holding ourselves back. We have those limiting beliefs. And so we're cutting that out right now. Number two is that we think that what is stopping us from moving into our natural gifts and talents and maximizing and leveraging them is that we think we need money. We think we need money. We like to say it takes money to make money. Okay, I get it. And there's also another part to that. The other part is that it really just takes an idea. And sometimes we hold ourselves back because we say we don't have the resources, we don't have the connections, we don't have the friends, we don't have the mentors, we're not in the right groups, we're not in the right areas, we're not this, we're not that. And so these are excuses that we're saying, okay, if we don't have the money, if we don't have these things, how can I start something? All it takes is an idea. You see, the imagination is so powerful. Your imagination, your thought, what you can create, what you can come up with is just your power. It's your superpower. And you've done it when you were a child. You've done it when you were very little. Have you ever just said, I feel like I can do this, or I feel like I have the creative energies to be able to make this happen. And somehow, some way, when you were just a child, you made it happen. And it was all a thought. It was all an idea. It was all your imagination. And it felt so good when you were able to bring it to pass, right? Well, the same thing happens here. All it takes is a little imagination. It takes faith, and yes, it takes a strategic plan to be able to maximize, to be able to get out of what you're putting in to bring that income. But it doesn't have to start with money. You don't have to have money to start it, because why? Because your gifts are inside of you. You are the money. You are the income. You are the frequency. The money is attracted to you because you are the gift. You are the talent. And when you put your foot out there, when you put yourself out there, people are going to see it. And all you have to do is show up. All you have to do is come into your genius. All you have to do is make yourself known and take the steps and take the limits off, because it does not take money to get started. As a matter of fact, you need to start before you're ready. You need to start before you have it all together. And sometimes people say, well, no, I want it to look perfect. I want to have the team. I got to have a website. I got to have this. I got to have that. Well, everybody doesn't start off like that. You have to start somewhere. We cannot despise small beginnings, because eventually, when we keep on working at it and we keep on working at it, it's not going to happen overnight. But of course, it will happen overnights. And so when we put our hand to the plow, we can't look back and wonder, oh, I did it today. I worked on it today. I worked on it yesterday, but nothing came through. Like, I didn't get the leads. I didn't get the connections. I didn't, nothing, nobody's biting. You see, we can't just give up on something. When you really, really want something in life, people always say you'll either find a way or you'll make an excuse. And so when you're really, really ready to dig in, to dive in into your natural gifts and talents, then you will do whatever it is that you need to do to make this come to pass, to make this come to fruition. So never think that it takes resources, ideas. As a matter of fact, if you build it, they will come. So if you build it in your mind, if you can create, if you can see it, you can create it. You see, you have to already visualize. You have to already know that you're able to do it. You have to already take that step and believe in yourself. Going back to number one, you can't self-sabotage. You have to know that what is inside of you is valuable, it's powerful, it's profitable. And so taking that step to say you are the money, frequency, money will come to you. Bob Proctor, if you've ever heard, is an excellent man. God bless Bob Proctor. He recently passed, but there was a saying that says he says that I'm so grateful and thankful that money comes to me in increasing quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis. And then I put through grace in a perfect and divine way. I always got to put my own. But the thing is that he is speaking these two things into existence. And Bob Proctor was a very, very renowned speaker. He always taught on mindset and shifting and paradigm shifting to let people know that you can create what it is that you want. We create our own reality. We are powerful creators. Say those things that are not as though they were. Step into your greatness. You have power. You have potential. You have all of these things inside of you, and they're locked up and they're ready to get loose. And so what it is that it takes an imagination. Imagination is the key. Walt Disney had an amazing imagination. As you can see, people all over the world come and travel just because of all of the designs and all of the amazing adventures that people go just to see the crafts, and it's growing and growing and developing every year. And so when you can see a child, and as a child can sit there and think, and they can come up with a story, and they can elaborate, and they can come up with all these amazing ideas and all these amazing ways to do things, and you just sit back and like, Okay. Oh yeah, I see. I understand. And you're cheering them on, and you're like, oh, that's my baby. Yeah, go ahead. You're gonna do it. You're gonna, yeah, I know you are. I believe in it. Well, listen. Why can't you do the same thing for yourself? Put yourself in that position of you cheering yourself on for your child or for your friend or for someone that you really care about. Put yourself into their position, right? And as you're cheering them on, and as you're giving them all their props and you're really believing in them, take that now and do it for yourself. Take that now and say, you know what? I believe in myself. I know I can do it. I know that I'm so grateful and thankful that money comes to me in increasing quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis because I am giving my gifts and talents to the world. I am believing that if I dig deep and get into my talents and begin to expose them and show them to the world, people are going to want to connect with me. I have something valuable. You have something powerful. Everyone comes with a gift. Everyone comes with talents. The Bible even talked about talents. He gave some 5, he gave some 10, he gave some this. And, you know, quite a bit of them, what they did was they took it and they flipped it. They flipped their talents. They made money off of it. It's just like when you go to a fixer-upper, when you go and you buy a house, you see people that buy those houses, right? And they take it and they go ahead and they fix it up and they flip it. And then what? The value of the house goes up. The neighborhood, everything goes up. And then when they go out and they sell it or they rent it, they get even more money back. Why? Because they invested their time, they invested ideas, they invested everything they had, but they had an idea. They said, with this one property that needs to be refined, refurbished, replenished, renewed, I'm going to work on it. I'm going to do it. And it is going to bring me money. It's going to bring me multiple streams of income. Well, you have to think about that with yourself. You have to know that even before the money comes, you have to do it if money wasn't an issue. You have to do it if this is something that you really love and you're passionate about. You have to know that the money is going to come. It is going to come, but that's not the focus of it. Because if you're only focused on money, then money is going, it's a vibration. All it is a vibration. If you can stay into that and you can plan and strategically know through a divine process. But if you can just know and elevate your mindset that if I put in the work of whatever it is, I don't care if you are sewing. I don't care if you're making washcloths and sewing up washcloths or making t-shirts. I don't care if you are, building if you're doing pottery or clay or cooking, or if you're coming up with scripts, or if you're helping people to organize their homes, or or if you're cleaning, whatever the case may be, you can maximize and monetize all of your natural gifts and talents, because when somebody sees it, they're going to be like, oh my gosh, who did this? Who was in charge of making this happen? I want to speak to the person that made all of these different things. And then you're going to get, it only takes one move. It only takes one person. It only takes one, just one, that can open up doors for you and say, look at this person, I saw I saw what they've done, I saw what they created, I saw how, how much work and time and effort and they've put into things, and I want to purchase, I want to hire you, I want to introduce you to this person, and they feel like they can actually use some of what you're doing in their area, in their sphere. And so it just leads one thing after another, and it brings all of your money and your influence and your abundance to you. So never sleep on your ideas, never sleep on your imaginations, never think that it takes money to make money, because it takes an idea. And when you use your gifts and your natural gifts and talents and you come up with an idea to make money, there you have it. One more example, Shark Tanks. People pitch all the time. Some people are already making money in their businesses and then they come and pitch. But other people are actually, they come up with an idea. and they have this elaborate thing that they're going to solve a problem. And that's the thing, when you have an idea and when you use your imagination and when it's there to solve a problem, people will pay you top dollar. If you're able to resolve issues, if you're able to come up with a well-being solution, if you're able to bring clarity in the midst of chaos, if you're able to put things together in a way that no one can ever do it, if you're able to present, if you're able to craft something together in the way that nobody else can, you are going to be sought after for your expertise. And so never think that you don't have it, that you can't do it, that the money is not going to come, because all it takes is a little bit of work, is a little bit of refinement, and you keep going and you keep going and you don't stop. All right, let's go to the third reason. Here's a third reason of what's stopping you from maximizing and leveraging your natural gifts and talents. And that is that it's not popular to you. You see, a lot of times people think, well, leveraging my natural gifts and talents, that's not, people are not really doing, using their natural gifts and talents. I mean, it's better to just, to get something that's stable, to go to school and get a 4-year degree. I'm out for it. I've been to school, I've got my degree, and went a little bit further. So I'm all for education, I'm all for matriculation, I'm all for finding ways to elevate, to educate, to matriculate in the highest so that you can become the highest and best version of yourself educationally, emotionally, mentally, physically. I'm all for it. Now, when you come to things that are maybe a little bit non-traditional, where people are saying it's not popular, let me help you out with something. Did you know that there is a survey that was stated, and research shows this amazing fact that during the pandemic, people all around the United States, and if I can add the world, because this was affected by the world, where people were locked down in their homes, they weren't able to go to their jobs, they weren't able to get out, they weren't able to go to the different places that they enjoyed. They were just basically confined to their homes and maybe their front yards, their backyards, or just the essential things, maybe the store, and sometimes that was even hard and challenging. And the thing was is that this changed so many lives and perspectives, because people that have held their jobs for 5 months, for 10 years, for 25 years, that have been on their jobs, have had the most shakeup that they have ever experienced in life. People's jobs were, and being compromised. People were affected. Their income levels were going up and down. People were wondering, were questioning, how am I going to put food on the table? How am I going to support, my family? Because, I can't go back to work, and my job says I'm not an essential worker. So, people were getting laid off at alarming rates, and people were sitting in the homes, on these traditional jobs, on these American dreams, on these things that have held us together for so long, had all shifted. And there was a whole paradigm shift. There was just so many things that have happened in the world, and people were trying to adapt and grab on and hold on and say, I want my job back. I want to get back to the new normal. Well, now, to the normal, but now this is the new normal, where people are saying, this new normal, I have to figure this out now. I'm now have to be on my P's and Q's, because if something like this happens again, I not only need to be prepared in what I am going to do to earn income, but I need to make sure that my mind is stable. I need to make sure that I am being creatively selective when I'm looking for other employment, or that I can find out something that's going to be sustainable for me. Food has been affected, jobs, cars, the economy, everything. So now people are now thinking about, well, we have to stand on our own 2 feet. We have to figure out how we're going to make this happen. And so as they have been in lockdown, as we all have been in lockdown for, for quite some time, and it's still happening in different parts of the world, now people are starting to get out and, and do different things, which is a beautiful, amazing thing to do. And people have thought about the jobs that I've had in the past, the jobs that I have now, is it really stable? Is this not normal? People have been working remote now, and people are like, okay, I've been working from home, things have been shifted out. So why do I really need to go back to the workplace now when I've been able to do all these things from home? Or why now am I not feeling fulfilled in this job? Or I know that I've been doing it, and I know that I've been crossing my I's, I've been dotting my T's, I've been doing everything that I need to do. But now, since everything is shifted, I want more. There's something more inside of me. There's something more that I want to give, and I know it's not normal. I know there's so many things have changed, but I've got some gifts inside. I've got something that I want to share with the world. I've got something that I know that people can benefit from. And so when we look at what is not necessarily normal, now the new normal, people are now coming together and saying, look, there's been a lot of great resignations that are happening. People are leaving their jobs at an enormous rate. People are getting jobs at an enormous rate because so many people are leaving. There's so many jobs that are open now. And guess what? Employers are getting smarter. And let me tell you why. The smart employers are now learning to tap into their natural gifts and talents, because research has said if an employer is not ready, able, or capable to employ their employees in the areas where they are skilled in their natural gifts and talents, and if they don't feel passionate or if they don't feel fulfilled in their jobs, people are not staying on their jobs. People are leaving. So employers are taking that to heart. Leveraging your natural gifts and talents is imperative. Knowing why you are here and what it is that you are called to do is imperative. Knowing and having another stream of income, multiple streams of income, of doing what you love, betting on yourself, taking risks, coming up with turning your hobbies into in your passions into actually creating income and to something that's sustainable is the new normal. People are working from home. People are working remotely. People are working from their laptops every single day all over the world. The world now, people are, you can now connect with people in Australia, in Brazil, in Panama, in Africa, in Europe. It doesn't matter now. We are all connected. And that means that we can make transactions. That means that there's so much money going over in the internet. There's so many people, and the Bible says the children in this world are wiser than the children of God. And so we have to look at this and we have to realize that people are tapping in. People are finding new ways, new normals, new things. What they're doing is they're leveraging, they're getting the skills, they're giving it knowledge, they're connecting with the Most High, with God, source, energy, life. They are connecting and they're saying, God, what is it that you call me to do? What is it that I have here to give to the earth? What problem am I here to solve? Because I am ready. I am ready to create my new normal. I'm ready to work right here from my home. I'm ready to make that money. I'm ready to step in. I'm ready to tap in. And if you are ready to say, I'm not going to let these three things stop me anymore, that I want to offer you a chance to work personally with me, because I know how it feels. I know how it feels to be on a job working for years and years, 5 years at a time, plus 10, 7, 8, 3. It all depends on where you are in your world. And I also know that when you don't feel fulfilled, when you feel like you're burnt out, when you feel like you just maxed out everything, or you've hit a ceiling, or there's not much room to grow, or the areas that you have wanted to go in, they're probably fulfilled, or it's just you're looking for something different at this stage of your life. Well, I want to tell you it's okay. And I also want to tell you that if you don't know, or if you have not figured out what it is that you want to, your natural gifts and talents, I am here to help. I'm here to pull those natural gifts and talents out of you. I'm here to help you to rediscover. And the reason why I say to rediscover is because they're already inside of you. Again, I always quote the late great Miles Monroe. And I say this is because he has instilled so much wisdom, knowledge, and understanding inside of me, not only from his tapes, but I have the chance to personally meet Miles Monroe and interpret for him. And I hold him so near and dear to my heart, and I quote him so often. It's because he says that our gifts are inside of us. Our gifts are inside of us, and that they're not they're not in our future, they're not in our past, but they're right here inside of us, and we can leverage our talent. So you haven't lost it. You didn't miss your calling. You're not too late, and it's not somewhere in the future. You don't have to pack a long journey. You don't have to really go and do all of these weird and whatever it is that you feel like you have to do to come back and get this and go up here. You don't really have to do it. All you have to do is get quiet, to ask God to connect with the most high divine source energy power, and just say, what am I here for? I'm ready to tap in. I'm ready to figure it out. And let me tell you, let me give you a hint. And the good thing is that I can help you to bring this in. And here's a hint. Here's the special thing that I wanted to tell you. Your natural gifts and talents come to you so easy, so simple, that we have a hard time really letting ourselves relax into the process of tapping into it. And here's why. Is because when you rediscover your natural gifts and talents, it's something that you've been doing all along. It's something that you have discounted. It's something that you dismissed. It's actually something that people have been telling you the whole time. It's just like, okay, yeah, thank you. Yeah, I know, yeah, people say that, thank you. Yeah. And these little people say this, and my friend told me, or I got awards for this, or I know I'm really good at that, but it can't be that because it's just too easy, it's just too simple. Listen, my friend, that is it. That's the easy, that's the simple, that's the prize, that's the gift, that's the talent. That is the awakening. That's the eureka moment. That's the epiphany. That's the simplicity of it. Your natural gifts and talents are something that comes to you that's easy as breathing in and out. And guess what? The thing about it is that when you go to sleep, you don't stop breathing, do you? You don't stop breathing. I'm not talking about sleep apnea. I'm talking about it's something that you naturally do. It's something that easy. As I'm blinking my eyes, this is not something that I need to think about blink, blink, blink. No, it's something that I do naturally. What you do naturally and what comes easy to you is your natural gift and talent that you have the power to maximize, to monetize, to leverage it, to bring in the money, because that is the money. You are the money. Think and grow rich. Think and Grow Rich. That's an amazing book to take into consideration, to believe. You have to have that power. You have to have a definite plan of purpose. You have to have that note that whatever I have, it is going to come into fruition, and I'm going to bring it out of me. I'm going to work on it. I'm going to refine it. I'm going to get it together. And listen, if you don't know today, if you don't know tomorrow, be easy. Be easy on yourself. Don't feel like it has to be some type of a struggle, because that's when we get it wrong. When you have to struggle to figure out what it is, when you have to struggle to try to figure these things out, it's not that. It's not it. It comes easy peasy, and you can get it just like this. If you need the help, if you need the support, I am here. I am skilled at helping people to find their natural gifts and talents, to pinpoint them, to leverage them, to hone in, and to refine them so that you can get to where you want to be and make money sitting right in your chair, sitting right at your pool, sitting right at your in your couch, in your home, wherever it is, remotely. You have the control to do whatever it is that you want. You have to believe. You have to know that this is for you. Now is your time. Today is the day of your great fortune. You have found your fortune, and is it inside of you? You have to believe that it is possible. You have to know that leveraging your natural gifts and talents is only going to elevate you. It's only going to help you, because your gifts are called without repentance. No one can take this away. You can take a job away. You're expendable. You can take this, you can take that, but they can't take what's inside of you. You can only hone in, refine, and elevate, maximize, multiply, and bring in increasing quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis, money and income. I want to help you get there. I want to help you do that. If you're ready, if you're interested, I want to offer you a VIP day. That is with me. If you are out of state, that is okay. We can do a we can work together virtually in my courses. If you're here and where I am, then we can come together. This is a 6-hour extensive VIP day where you will have me all to yourself, where I'm going to help you to decide, to get the clarity, to pinpoint what it is so that you can live in passion and purpose and love. And so you leverage what you love. You love to do it. It comes easy to you. It comes natural, and you don't feel like it's hard work because you can get up. You can't wait to get up. And you're mad because you got to go to bed, but you can't wait till you get back up in the morning so you can work on it. And don't you want to do something that when you work at something, it doesn't even feel like work? When you're putting when you're putting your efforts and your talents, and it just feels so good, and people are laying out the red carpet just because you're being your natural, authentic, creative self. You're getting to the highest version of yourself. You're living your truth. Yes. So if you're ready to spend the day with me to get the clarity, and all it takes is a day, because people don't have the time. You've got kids, you've got jobs, you've got this, you've got all these things going on, and people don't want to spend too much time doing these things. They want it now, quick and simple. 6 hours is all it takes, and it could be a little bit faster than that, depending on where we are and how soon that we get to that. And I am ready to work with you. I am ready to help you to get to where you need to be, because you deserve it. You deserve the best life. So I want to help you. I want to offer that. If you're ready, you send me a personal message, and I want you to put in that message, I'm ready to leverage what I love. I'm going to respond to you. I'm going to get you started, and we are going to work together, and we're going to make this happen. So if you enjoyed this live, I'm just going to give you a recap on the 3 things that have stopped you from leveraging your natural gifts and talents. One is that you're holding yourself back. 2 is because you think that it takes money. And 3, that you didn't think that it was popular, that it was traditional. But now that you have the tools, you have the starter tools to help you to get one more step closer to leveraging what you love, I am going to usher you in to the rest of the best of your life. So if you're ready, I want you to send that message right now, because we are going to get started, and we are going to live lives of passion, purpose, and power. Thank you so much for joining in. If you have got to the end of this message, I want you to hashtag leverage what you love, and I will see you on my next live. Thank you so much for tuning in. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but yet you decided to come here with me today on this live stream, and for that reason, I'm grateful. My name is Tanisha Portier. I am a global innovator for the 21st century. I know, feel, see, say, touch, taste, believe that I am here to create. I'm here to elevate and cultivate my natural gifts and talents, and that's by first starting off and helping myself, my family, and then you, the world. So wherever you are, I am blowing kisses to the globe. Stay tuned for my new book that's coming out. I'm going to be dropping information about that soon. Have a beautiful day, and as always, smile. Are you smiling? Yeah, you're smiling. I love you. Peace. I see it still wants to stay on, and that's okay. So if you're still here, if you're still on the replay live, just know We're getting it. We are getting it.